Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the new year, 2026. I hope that 2026 will mark a watershed in Zimbabwe's history. Moment of change. The moment when Zimbabweans started looking and addressing the real problems affecting the country and pushing for real and meaningful and lasting change. We cannot carry on the way we have carried on this last 45 years. One of the most enduring images to me was this one here, where somebody posted photo of Mnangagwa's motorcade vehicle, Zim1. And below it showed the real Zimbabwe for ordinary people. That's right. What you're seeing there on the right-hand side are two Zimbabweans who were involved in a road accident, a very common occurrence in Zimbabwe. And when they went to the local hospital, they did not have anything to help their broken limbs. So they ended up using cardboard to help support the broken limbs. The lady had the arm broken, and so she is in a cardboard sling. And the gentleman had his leg broken, and he too had to make do with cardboard. This is the reality in Zimbabwe. On the far left of that bottom photograph is one of Zimbabwe's individuals who have grown incredibly rich, although no one knows exactly what he does other than him being involved in winning government tenders. Highly inflated government tenders, where he claims off the money to buy cars and luxuries. This is the tragedy of Zimbabwe. And the person who posted this rightly asked, do we live in the same Zimbabwe? I think it's a question that every Zimbabwean out there must stop and ask for themselves. Do we really live in the same Zimbabwe? When you can have such extremes. Here is somebody who has got so many vehicles for his motorcades. This regime is renowned for luxuries. 2025 Mnangagwa and his cronies have spent billions of dollars buying motor vehicles. And yet, the country's basic infrastructure is neglected to the point where there are no medicines in our hospitals. Many of our people cannot even afford the treatment. But even those who can, they cannot get it. This is the reality of Zimbabwe. And yet, when you look at our leaders, they seem to live in their own completely, totally different world. And they don't seem to even notice what is going on. And I think most people are finding this continued indifference annoying, to say the very least. Here is Nelson Chamisa in his New Year posting to the people of Zimbabwe. Thank you for the love, encouragement, and the positivity that made 2025 so special. Here is to an amazing and extraordinary 2026. One has got to shake his head and say, what are you talking about? Zimbabwe has been in decline ever since our independence. We are a failed state. Millions of people are living in abject poverty. Because we are stuck with a corrupt, incompetent, and tyrannical Zanu PF dictatorship. Nelson Chamisa and his MDC friends have been elected by the people of Zimbabwe these last 25 years for one specific purpose, that they would implement the democratic reforms to stop Zanu PF rigging elections. Have they done so? No. They failed to implement even one token reform during the GNU when they had the greatest opportunity to do so. And the idiot has been at the head, encouraging people to participate in flawed elections, knowing fully well that Zanu PF was rigging the elections. People believed him. They participated. Only to find they're perpetuating the dictatorship. They're perpetuating their suffering. And here he is talking as if that is nothing. Just looking forward to an extraordinary 2026. For the ordinary people, 2026 will only mean more of the same, more of the suffering. In 1975, when the then Prime Minister of Zimbabwe, of Rhodesia then, Douglas Ian Smith, said that if blacks rule themselves, they'll be walking on sewage and think it normal. He was right. I think one of the weaknesses we have shown these last 45 years is how we have accepted walking on sewage and think it normal. How we have accepted letting our leaders riding roughshod over our rights and freedom and think it normal. I think that is the first position, the starting point of our change as a nation. We have got a lot of sewage, physically and metaphorically, in our lives. And we have been working on it. I think our starting point should be stopping and realizing that this is not normal. This sewage is a threat to our own health and the health of our community. And it is totally unacceptable in this day and age that human beings should be walking on sewage. And we should start by holding our leaders to account. Nelson Chamisa lied to the people of Zimbabwe in 2023 when he said he had plugged all the vote rigging loopholes to stop Zanu PF rigging the elections. The people believed him, and they participated in those flawed elections in their millions, believing that Chamisa had plugged the vote rigging loopholes. Zanu PF blatantly rigged those elections. And because millions of Zimbabweans had participated, we gave Zanu PF legitimacy. And the whole nation has paid for that mistake. And he cannot pretend that the ordinary person out there thinks 2025 was anything special. Chamisa lied to the people of Zimbabwe and conned them to participate in a flawed election to perpetuate the dictatorship. That is a fundamental truth that we cannot run away from, and for which he should be held to account. This is what he was saying just a few days before the 2023 elections.
Makorokoto Zimbabwe, nokuti hakuna munhu anomira kana denga raronga plan. Denga raronga plan, denga harifoiri. Plan yaMwari haifoiri. Ini ndatanga kugadzira cabinet. There is no way we are not going to form a new cabinet. There is no way we are not going to have a celebration. There is no way we are not going to have an inauguration. Let's start preparing for our inauguration. Let's start preparing for our celebration.
So for the record, let's put the record right. Chamisa is corrupt, incompetent, a liar, and a conman. And this is a message to you, Mr. Chamisa, and your fellow political leaders. All leaders from now on will be held to account. This is the real brave new world. That is what 2026 should mean to every thinking Zimbabwean out there. We want change. We have got to push for that change. And that change starts with holding all leaders to democratic account. Yes, I know some of the leaders have tried to escape democratic accountability by erecting a smoke screen, pretending that they are divinely inspired. They are the anointed one. Hashtag God is in it. Well, let me tell you now, God was never, ever in any of your idiotic lies about plugging for triggering loopholes. It is blasphemous that you should be evoking the name of God, involving Him in such outrageous activities. You are accountable. You are not going to hide behind the smoke screen of hashtag God is in it. I don't know about the extraordinary 2026 you are waiting for, but this, the reality, the real world, the real brave new age in Zimbabwe, where all leaders, and I mean absolutely all leaders, are accountable to the people, is starting this year, 2026. Think about it. You are corrupt, you are incompetent, you are a liar, you are a conman. You have got a lot to account for. At this time, you will be held to account. That's not a threat. That's a statement of fact. Welcome to the brave new Zimbabwe, my friend.